So I decided I'm gonna make a video about why I decided to start motovlogging. Well, ever since a long time ago when motovlogging became popular, I kind of wanted to do it. But never really had the time due to work and whatnot. Didn't have a bike at the time when it got popular either. Why is this dude doing almost 15 under the speed limit? Hate that about this road. Well, back off a little bit. Well, in recent times, where everybody's been hit with job loss and whatnot, I was also furloughed from my current employment, and I decided that, being that they haven't called me back to get my job back, maybe I'd take work into my own hands and do something fun with my life for once. So here I am, deciding that motovlogging might be interesting to do. Who knows if I'll actually make any money? But it'll still be something fun. So, a little backstory for me. Probably a little older than most motovloggers, but kind of spent most of my life in Florida, which is where I'm at currently. I live in the Orlando area. We'll leave it at that for a little while. So there's not many twisties currently. Probably not planning any road trips anytime soon, but who knows what'll happen. I do live near a couple other big time motovloggers. Shade Tree Surgeon's only a couple hours away out in Tampa. I think Blockhead's out that way too, so who knows, maybe one day we'll get them do a ride with them. I did meet Shade Tree and well, Terrific at the Ace Cafe meetup in downtown Orlando last year? Year before last year? They're really cool guys. So who knows? But people like them are the reason why I decided I wanted to try and do this. People like them are also a good reason why the motorcycle crowd even has somewhat of a decent name anymore. There are a lot of people that ride like hooligans and treat cars and other riders like garbage. But you never know. I try not to hooligan too much, but every so often I get a little stupid. But who doesn't? Who doesn't decide that they want to have some fun on their bike? For you sport bike guys, Drax and me. For Harley guys, it's dragging my floorboards, which have scratches out the ass on the bottoms of them. But don't really have anywhere to go today. Just decided that I would go out and ride and explain why this is going to be a thing. So hopefully I can make some stuff that people will like. like I was saying earlier, there's not a whole lot around Orlando. I also live out in the sticks a little bit, so it takes me a minute to get anywhere interesting. So, I'm thinking about making a run through the airport. I do that a lot because the roads are nice and twisty. Speed limit's low, but you take what you can get when you live in a big city. Jesus, that's new. But yeah, so back to what I was saying earlier, I always wanted to do motovlogging a long time ago, but again, never had the money to buy a bike. I was lucky enough that my wife put away money to help me get this one, and I just didn't know if I had the personality for it, but we shall see. It's an experiment. And this lady on her friggin' phone while speeding. Well, I'm speeding too, but still. Okay, that's a bit hypocritical. But, I really want to try and stay away from talking politics, even though I'm kind of into that kind of thing, because that kind of tears people apart. So, if anybody who watches this, or watches me eventually, notices that I go off on political tangents, just yell at me in the comments. try and keep everything. Oh, that's the new terminal they just built. Terminal C in Orlando, built for the bigger 747s and the Airbus A380s, but then the A380s all got pretty much grounded from what I've heard. This is a nifty bridge. These are actually taxiways to get to the other two runways. Because we got two runways on that side, two runways on that side. And the reason it was set up like that is because this was never intended to be a international airport. Back during the Cold War and the Cuban Missile Crisis, Orlando International Airport was actually a bomber base for the U.S. Air Force. So, if I come back this way, I can show you guys the B-52 static that's up front in the airport. The same thing with the municipal airport that's up in North Orlando. Maybe one day I'll run up there and show you guys that. It has an F-4 Phantom II static out in front of it because it actually used to be the fighter base back during that same time. And when the Air Force deemed that the bases were unnecessary after a while, they sold them to the city. And that's how we ended up with Orlando International. Tad bit of goofy trivia because I'm a military brat. Both my parents were in the Air Force. Tried to follow their footsteps, but couldn't. Medical reasons. But hey, still in my blood. Still find fascination in planes. So for anybody who's curious what I ride, this is my 2013 Harley Davidson Fat Boy Low 103 cubic inch twin cam V-twin. For all my metric friends, it is a 1680cc. No, it is not as fast as your guys' sport bikes are only 1,000, but it makes a lot of noise and it's a lot of fun. Whee! I love coming down this road for this reason. It's even better though when this county access road on the other side, it goes in front of the longer runways where all the 747s take off. It's pretty cool when those things go over your head. They're freaking huge. I don't know exactly what kind of content I'm gonna consistently do, because right now, other than coronavirus and politics, there's not much to talk about. But I guess I can give you guys my backstory a little bit here. So, well, maybe not an entire life story, but came up from a good family, taught me to work hard, and hopping from job to job, always end up finding the ones that don't end up working out somehow. Then I finally find a good, decent job, and coronavirus hits, and I get furloughed. Kind of sucks when you go from making $60K a year to nothing. So, like I said before, I decided to give it a shot at motovlogging and see what I can do with it, because I know a lot of people now, they do all their little side projects and stuff because they got money to spend. I don't. All I can do is sit here and talk to y'all. But I do also play video games a bit, usually with my drunken friends. Haven't gotten to do much of that lately though. But I'm gonna leave that on my personal channel. I'm actually gonna make a brand new channel just for this stuff. Still trying to think up a name, a decent name. So once you see this, hopefully I'll have thought up a decent name and have it on this channel. Have this on that channel, sorry. But I've never been the most creative with coming up with names, like screen names for video games and online video games and whatnot. I've always been god awful at doing that. But who knows? Maybe I'll think up one that doesn't sound completely stupid. But yeah, everybody else seems to figure out really cool names. So I was like, you gotta do it with Dan, Shade Tree Surgeon, Walterific. Those are three of my favorites. But I'm having writer's block with that right now, but I am a bit mechanically inclined, so you may see me working on my bike myself, but I don't know if I'm gonna face reveal or not. Who knows, maybe I won't care. This is one problem with Florida. Stoplights take bloody freaking forever. So not only do I got the sun baking me, I got the bike baking me because air cooled. Yeah, but I like my Harleys. Always have liked my Harleys. Grew up liking Harleys. Just the sound they make, the old school look. It's always been my thing. Never really had a hatred towards sport bikes, just not my thing. I don't like my legs being all paper clipped up like that. Hopefully I have a halfway decent personality for this motovlogging and I can get people to enjoy it. There was my hooligan moment. Did it in Mexico. But yeah, so the reasoning behind me trying to start a motovlog channel is pretty basic. I want to work for myself, and I also want to do something fun. I'm getting too old for busting my butt for other people. I'm so glad they put this overpass in here. That lady just straight up blew a red turn arrow. Alright. Impatient much. I've always wanted to actually just work for myself, but just never had the opportunity, and I decided this was my opportunity to try and do that, because everything else I keep trying doesn't seem to be working. Blew a bunch of money in school to go be a mechanic, and every mechanic's job I had kind of bit me. So, moved on to truck driving for a little bit. That was fun while it lasted, but you get kind of shafted in that job. Never home. The pay's only decent for being gone that long. So, you actually end up getting paid better doing local delivery style jobs like I got now. Well, had now. So, that's just that. This is my chance to work for myself and have fun doing it. So hopefully I can get some people on board with me. Okay, all you people doing 70 down a friggin', what is this, 45 still? I think it's still 45 here. I mean, I can't really say jack because I'm doing 60, but... I might do a few tutorial videos. I have one that'll transfer to this channel about U-turns. That one, I ramble a little bit, sound a little meh in it, because, oh, who am I fooling? I ramble a lot. I'll see if I can mix it up a little bit so you don't just hear me rambling all the time. More hooligan moments. Can't help it when you got a straight line on a Harley, you kind of It's kind of your thing. And yes, I'm an old man with my windshield on. I like my windshield. Cuts down on rider fatigue quite a bit. Especially when you're up on the highway. Actually take the tollway. That way I can show you guys that B-52 I was talking about earlier. Again. So the problem with this static that I was telling you guys about is that for some reason the airport does not trim the trees around it. So it's just kind of hiding back here, and unless you catch it at the right angle... There she is. Big, beautiful Buff. That plane got the name the Buff because it stands for Big, Ugly, Fat Fuck. Yes, the pilots came up with that name. Here in the airport, for some reason, it's nice and twisty, and I enjoy riding through here. A lot of other roads around this end of town actually get clogged with congestion quite easily. I honestly don't know if I'm allowed to be recording inside the airport or not. Oh well. I mean, it is a public access road, so who knows? This Toyota can't make up his mind what speed he wants to go. Mr. Tram. But yeah, our terminals are not connected to the main drop-off hubs. They are connected by those little trams. Oh, there's one. Spirit's going across. Ah, come on. There he is. Airplane overpasses. So, I know this vlog is a little sporadic and all over the place. Probably repeated myself a few times. But, for a first vlog, I think it went pretty well. So, I hope everybody enjoyed my first attempt at being a vlogger. Y'all have a good day.